And so a very good evening and welcome to the US-based Focus on Liberia Online Television Network. My name is Theo Williams and we are live and direct from Freeport, just at the Freeport Intellectual Forum. And it feels good returning to this forum after several months of being away. And so from wherever you are joining us, whatever you're doing at the moment, I'd love to say welcome to all of you who are glued to the broadcast this evening in Monrovia, Liberia. Well, today we want to talk about corruption, folks. We've come, as usual, to solicit the views of Liberians on issues of national concern in this country. And the issue of corruption is one of those issues Liberia is confronted with since its foundation. And so the news of corruption in Liberia involving mainly officials of government has been like a commonplace in our country, folks. Historically, since the foundation of this nation called Liberia, from Charles D.B. King administration to Tubman, to Tobot, to Doe, to former President Charles Gange Taylor, Judy Bryant, former President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, now President George Weah, reports of corruption, indictments for corruption, accusations of corruption, court rulings, other reports, U.S. sanctions for corruption of some officials, which include material, documentary, audios, video proofs, has not been taken seriously. There hasn't been some punitive measures regarding that in our country, folks. And so today we are out here to talk about corruption in our country. Corruption, you know, has affected nearly all of the institutions of government, including the Ministry of Health, Education, Agriculture, etc., Legis, the National Port Authority, the RRA, LPRC, the executive branch of government, the judiciary, the legislature, and the rest. Even in the private sector of this country, there's been an issue or news about corruption. And so, folks, we are out today to talk about the issue of corruption in Liberia. And so the question will be, what should be done to officials of government found guilty of corruption in Liberia, folks? Except few expectations, for example, the execution of 13 men on the pole by the Doe military junta, an unacceptable extrajudicial violation that should never be encouraged. Not much has been done to those accused, indicted, and in some instances found guilty of corruption. The lack of serious action against corruption, we can all agree, has caused serious consequences in Liberia economically and politically. Corruption undermines the provision of better social services like schools, hospitals, electricity, and major developments in the country, folks. So the question is, what should be done to government officials found guilty of corruption in Liberia, folks? Once again, if you're just joining us, I'd love to say welcome. You're watching the US-based Focus on Liberia Online Television Network. My name is Theo Williams. We are beaming live from the Bourgeois Island. We are here specifically at the Freeport Intellectual Forum. By the way, just to inform your many viewers, and today I was given a full membership of this forum by the newly elected leadership. And so I'm always here to talk about all of the issues about Liberia. And so based upon that, the guys thought it wise to give me that full membership. And so it was accepted. And moving forward, I'm a member of the Freeport Intellectual Forum. And I can assure you guys I will be here regularly as we talk about the issues. And I'll also be here to do my work as I'm doing now, to have you on this widely followed international platform as we all discuss issues of national concern in this country. So having said that, the floor is now open. You just signal if you want to speak to the topic under discussion. We'll recognize you, and then you give us your thought on what should be done to officials of government found guilty of corruption in Liberia. Once again, we are here at the Freeport Intellectual Forum, just along the Bourgeois Alley. I see the Secretary General is up. Maybe he wants to be the first to start. Honorable SG, welcome to the US-based Focus on Liberia Online Television. It's a pleasure having you on this network. How are you today?
Let me say thank you very much, and a pleasant welcome to you as well.
All right, I'm sure you've been following. Let's know from you in a few minutes, because we have a long queue. The comments are in full gear to speak on the subject under discussion. What should be done, in your opinion, what should be done to officials of government found guilty of corruption in Liberia?
When it comes to the issue of corruption, it has been an issue of national concern and issues that people should take into serious consideration. All right. Because over the years, it has made for people who live low life not to have the basic needs, as government officials will take home what belongs to the to the people and the nation at large. And in my own view, over the year, I have advocated for corrupt people to be prosecuted by law. All right. You know, you initially mentioned the issue of Doe regime when 13 men were executed. In my mind, I don't believe it should be done again. Property should be confiscated. What is your worth? What you acquire without legitimate process should be taken away from you. All right. And you should also have the full weight if it is lifetime imprisonment, or if it is 25 or 30 years imprisonment, you go to jail for it. And then it will serve a deterrent to those who will be caught doing corruption in public or private sector.
You don't think that is too strong?
I don't think it should be strong, because when you look at other countries like Singapore, like Japan, they have come down hard on corruption, because whenever you are caught corrupting people, it means that you are killing someone's future. And when you kill someone's future, it means that you are killing generational future. So to stop that, you have to take punitive measures that tomorrow, when someone sees that, he or she will say that it happened before, this man got it, so I will not be in a line, and I will not do anything of that kind. I will stay in what I'm doing to get the legitimate salary, or whatsoever should be done to me, it will be of my own fault.
Great. Thank you, Honorable SG. For the sake of this platform and our viewers, just state the name.
My name is Momon Samuka Yakbawolokane.
Thank you very kindly.
Welcome.
Well, you're still watching the US-based Focus on Liberia Online Television Network. We are live and direct from the Freeport Intellectual Forum, just along the Japanese freeway. And of course, we are here today talking about corruption. What should be done to officials of government found guilty of corruption in this country? And so the comments will come on one at a time to speak to the subject on a discussion. All of you who are on, I encourage you to invite a friend to come on, because this interaction promises to be very interactive. Another gentleman is just right here. Welcome. Tell us the name. How are you today?
Thank you. By the way of introduction, I'm Elton David, a member of this institution. All right. First of all, let me say thank you for the wonderful program today. You leave your busy schedule to come and get views as it relates to corruption that is eating the foundation of this nation. And so we want to say big thanks to your institution. I think that by getting views from people within the public will tell you what is really unfolding than people speaking in government. Okay. Because my youth is the common person that will go to the ballot box to vote for these people. And at the end of the day, they will tell you there is good result or there is negative result. And for me, when it comes to the issue of corruption, I think this is an old-age thing.
All right.
Should I look at it from top to bottom or from bottom to top? Well, if I want to put all in conclusion, then of course I should take it from bottom before I can get to top. So as the bottom will refer to us as a common people, the citizen. And mind you, the citizen also had a great impact in the society. Mind you, we are inventing into business now. You find Liberians are moving from going to China, coming back, going to Dubai, bringing goods. But then the question is that the price you took the goods from outside there and bring it to Liberia, can you say a price where at least you can generate a profit around maybe 10% so that you can be able to go back? No, we are not seeing it. For Eastern, let me give you an Eastern of a corruption. A few days, I was coming down Crown Hill. I saw a lady selling the water in the bottle. Mind you, a clean mirror bottle, she wash the bottle and then put 4 bags of water in that particular bottle and sell it to somebody on the street for $100. That is not corruption. It's a serious corruption to us. Another point again, that is why I always tell my brothers, don't go on the street and buy cream. For instance, the woman that's selling the cream on the market, you see her sitting on the sidewalk. Mind you, not everybody now, but majority of them. Now they are doing this business. They will go and buy the cream from in the store and bring it on the street and get empty bottle and fill it until it can get full. Now, if you think I'm lying, go to the store and buy the cream that you pay for in the store and bring it outside and compare with the one woman saying outside. You will see one is full and one is not full. That's the act of corruption. So the act of corruption should start for us as a citizen.
All right.
For Eastern, even as an institution here. For Eastern, because the act of corruption will show transparency and it will show a clear indication that indeed we are ready to flood the hair. Now, as it relates to our leaders, we are facing serious problem with them. Not because I support the government, but there are some issues that I see against them as government. They are in error. There are so many cases.
What are some of those issues? Just name a few.
When it comes to the 25 million mop-up, you listen to the minister. The minister spoke on air. He told us that indeed that money was used to, he gave that money to money changer. And where, of course, he left the Money Changer Association of Liberia, and this could be money on the street, and go to the Liberian Senate and tell them that was a justification for us to listen to. For me, I support the government, but no, that act is very wrong. I think the president needs to investigate on that issue. There's so many issues that is affecting our society. Leaders are not transparent to us. Seriously, when it comes to the act of corruption, they are burning a lot of issues, mostly at the Capitol building. Because they are our proper representation. We elect them to go and represent them. But there are some alleged allegations that Brown Amber is flying over. And if that is true, if Brown Amber is not flying over, then why is it the country is not flushing ahead?
So in short, what should be done to officials of government found guilty of corruption?
Well, for me, I think there should be serious penalty. But I think we have a lawyer. But the question is that, are we implementing this law? But like you said, in my own saying, I think there should be serious penalty. First of all, the individual should not be labeled with an allegation referred to an alleged. Then you feel that individual is corrupt. No. Go to the proper channel, go to the legal process, and then if that individual is found guilty, well, he have access here, he have property here. Mind you, we can see the property, and then it call him to pay to go to certain in prison for certain years. Then he go there, and that will show a precedent to the young generation that will come. Okay, that's the only way the country can flood forward.
Thank you.
So by the way of introduction again, I'm Elton Dewey. I want to say big thanks to you, and we are happy to see you here, and we always want to see you here so that you can get our view on various issues concerning our nation. Thank you.
Thank you very kindly, Elton. Well, you're still watching the USB's Focus on Liberia Online Television Network. We are live and direct from the Freeport Intellectual Forum. Gentlemen, let's try to rush on the time, at least 1 minute. Just do a quick summary because the queue is so long.
I will say thanks to you and your organization for coming up to the Liberian public.
Okay.
First of all, I'm Mr. Levi E. Bounds,
okay,
a member of this forum. When it comes to the issue of corruption, I would say we hold every fabric of our society responsible. But just to the point,
all right,
the leaders are more accountable to us than the ordinary man.
Why you think so?
Reason simple. I elect you as a representative or a senator, you are there to do the right thing so that I can be a beneficiary. But if you become a distributor or a recipient to form a book of law that will support you or will give you credence to get free things from other places, then of course you are liable for that. But let go to this directly. The laws in this country are being played on. We have people that commit crime and publicly boast of it. I like to be precise. Mr. McGill, former minister, told people of Bond County openly that even if we steal, we are bringing the money back to you. Is that not right? Such a man, why should you play time for somebody to indict them before you get rid of them? That person immediately, from that statement, if you're not a supporter or a sympathizer, you go directly to him and deal with him.
Okay.
And people of such, property confiscated, restitution should be the format of the day.
All right.
And self-sentence it. Because if a man restitute what he stole and serve our prophet in behind bars, definitely he or she is going to be right.
Okay.
Because I will learn from your mistake and do the right thing. So thank you once more. As I said, I'm Mr. Levi E. Barnes. This corruption has destroyed our entire family. Look at young people today, because of this same corrupt attitude, have brought this country on a ridicule from people that will bring incompetence. I spoke to somebody from outside Liberia, to be precise, in Ghana. He told me plain blank, he don't have sugar lump to come and open company here. What does it mean? It's because of the things they hear about this country and the attitude our people show to people that come.
Okay.
So I rest my case.
Thank you very kindly, Mr. Barnes. It was a pleasure having you on this network. Well, we're still here engaging.
Yeah, 1 minute, Mr. Winner. Gentlemen, we are in numbers here. So let's make it 1 minute. Go directly to the question and answer. What should be done to the government official when they are found guilty? Answer, please. No.
All right. You're still watching the US-based Focus on Liberia Online Television Network. We are live and direct from the Freeport Intellectual Forum, just along the Japanese Freeway. Another gentleman is here. He's a member of this forum. It's a pleasure. It feels good having you on this network. Thanks for joining us. How are you today?
Thank you very much.
What is your name, sir?
I'm Boema Kwe, member of the Freeport Intellectual Forum.
Kwe, what should be done to officials of government found guilty of corruption in this country?
Thank you very much. Before speaking on that, when you say what to be done, first of all, we should find the reason why to be done to the people.
All right.
There are one factors. One factor of making the corruption going rampant. Today, if you see ministers stealing, boasting of it, the factor is, if you look at the revolutions, there are people who came, who commit big harm. There's nothing have been done. But the question is, if I've killed someone and you still made them, is there room that I can be brave to take made them because someone committed big harm? Nothing. The only thing, those people have to be prosecuted. One.
Okay.
The second thing, I need to be very practical. If you look at during the war, you could see the NPFL. The low NPFL still a factor to renewal. The same way the particular corruption. The particular corruption we're talking about today, where people taking million because other people who commit big harm, they go to court. So there's a need to bring the war crime code. Then you will see other people be afraid because if you kill and now take million, I think people will question that. But having said that, I think it is good when you corrupt. The first thing, you must be penalized.
All right.
And your property must be seized. And in fact, the first of all, other people going into government and act of corruption, they can't even show their account. They just enter into government without no reason. So we need to do these things. But we start from the background that we cannot critique government officials, they just enter into office, and then as time go by, they do accumulated wealth, and we say, oh, They make own money, and no, who the citizen in fact will start backing them. So you will see that the government official will do brave to steal. So I recommend that if government, in fact, for our court, if the court is competent, because the only way of men be created, gotta go to the competent court of jurisdiction and be found guilty. So if they found guilty, I think they will be penalized and go to jail maybe 10 or 15 years.
Okay.
And the property will see every will bring back, but government might use it, they get our money back and turn it over.
Thank you. Your name again?
I'm Kwame Kwe, once again, member of the People International Forum.
Thank you, Mr. Kwe. It was a pleasure having you on this network. Still with us, folks. Invite a friend to come on. We are still here at the Freeport Intellectual Forum. Another gentleman is just right before our camera. It's a pleasure. Good to have you. Welcome. How are you today?
Yeah, I'm okay. Thank you for coming.
All right. Let's hear you. What should be done to officials of government found guilty of corruption in Liberia?
First of all, let me say this. You see, in Liberia, the only way corruption can come to an end in Liberia, the only thing they do is to bring the war and the economic code.
All right.
The absence of the war and the economic code, you see, corruption will always be in this country. Because those people, if they corrupt the country, at the end of the day, they go free. And you see some of them, they get carrying power with anything. But few years back, you see those people, they become rich people in this country. And you see most of the people that are in this country that have money, our politicians, most of them, they are all politicians. And how they get the money through corruption. And you see corruption is killing this country. Right now, as we speak, the southeast is cut off completely because of corruption. Now, you see some of those countries, they go to Africa to get our goods because of corruption. So what we need to do is to stop corruption in this country is to bring a war and economic crime code. You put the people in jail. Then the younger one are going to school.
Yeah.
You take either the end of the month, you take that child, you get them to the police station, or how they call it, to the cell. You show them. You see this man. Yeah, but what the party do or we the party say that here, you tell the party that, you tell the child that because of corruption, then the next time if that child come up, they become someone good or leader, they will reflect. They say, oh wow, in school they need to show me or official of government that were in jail, so I shouldn't do what they do. So that will be the best for the country.
Okay. Your name again?
I'm Alexander T. Dawson.
Thank you, Dawson. It was a pleasure having you on this network. We're still here at the Freeport Intellectual Forum. Still with us. Invite others to come on and be a part of this all-important conversation here today. Another gentleman is just right here. Good evening. Welcome. How are you? Thanks for joining us.
Good evening. My name is Afraim Tule, a member of this forum.
Welcome, Tule. You want to please project your voice a little bit? You've been following. Let's hear your thought.
Yeah. When it comes to the issue of corruption in this country, as for me, I believe that corruption is just like a tradition practiced in this government, in our government. My reason of me saying that is, whenever we trust people and elect them as our head, as our representation, they always go against us. They have found a way of corrupting as a privilege to them, as their right or privilege to them. You know, in this country, especially we the youth, we are the victim of corruption.
How?
Good. Because when they corrupt the country money, we are the victim. We, the youth that are going to school, a effect of millions is a effect of. And we always make recommendations on how to handle people that are corrupting in this country. But whenever we give our voices out, it can be ahead. That's why I say corruption is like a tradition within this government of Liberia. Actually, it is good whenever someone corrupt and found guilty of corrupting, the person should be dismissed of the position he or she is occupying. The person should be dismissed. And not only being dismissed, but should be sent to court to return the money the person corrupted.
All right.
So that's it. As for me, that's my view.
Okay. Your name again?
I'm Alfred Tule.
Thank you, Tule. It was a pleasure having you on this network. You're still watching the US-based Focus on Liberia online television network, folks. You're listening to views of Liberians, ordinary Liberians who are expressing their thought about corruption in Liberia, and not our view as an institution. We're just on an obligation to provide a platform that will adequately inform you wherever you are. And so let's take another gentleman who is just right before our camera. Welcome, my brother. How are you? It's a pleasure. Thanks for joining us.
Yes, thank you.
What is the name?
My name is James P. Gia, the son of Riverside County.
Yeah, it's a pleasure. Welcome to the US-based Focus on Liberia online television. You're not a stranger. So let's hear you quickly. What's your own thought about the subject under discussion?
First of all, let me appreciate you for taking your time to leave your busy schedule to be here at the hour at the People Intellectual Forum at the hour. So thank you very much for coming here.
All right.
But you know, when it comes to issues that have to do with corruption in our country, Liberia has not been having a leader that would be very, very serious when it comes to corruption. Liberia has been having leaders that have been encouraging corruption, but not discouraging corruption. If we have leaders in our society that will come and discourage corruption, definitely we see that corruption will be at a lower level in our country. We see it, we are not saying there will be no corruption, but at least there will be a corruption that at least will be able to control. If you look at our leaders today in our country, they are not making corruption serious. For time past, government come, government go. When people corrupt from our system, people will grade them, people will look at them and take the blame. We don't know where the problem is coming from. I don't know, because of the young people of the country or some of the old people of the country, they lack the education. Like what happens that when people corrupt our country and build big houses, what to do tomorrow that when we are jailed, when we go to them, they will not be able to give us room in their bureau houses or in their property they build, and people will be sitting there and building their they make a big car, they make a because of what people have not been taking corruption serious. For time past, for example, past government, current government, people have been corrupting the system. And if you look at Liberia today, Liberia are not going, we are not making no significant progress because of what? Based on corruption.
So in short, what should be done?
In short, if for me, in short, in my own mind, in short, if someone is found corrupt, for me, in my mind, I believe most of our corrupt officials, we should build a site and make them out of tourists, that when our children come from school, they will go there and see their leader. And they will generate some money.
You think it's going to help?
It will help the system. Because when they were in jail, when you are going there, when the children come to school and go see corrupt officials with no check on them, at the end of the day, the other leaders that will be coming on board, they will not want to be that same way.
Okay.
So it will change their attitude.
Okay.
So in short, corruption, we should learn to prosecute corrupt officials and not to be passing around telling them that they are doing good for our system. Thank you very much. I want to say that God bless you for coming.
Thank you. Thank you very kindly. Strong recommendation there coming from that gentleman. Let's take another person very quickly. Let's try to rush on the time. Good evening. Tell us the name.
My name is Salia F. Mills.
Salia, what should be done to officials of government who will be found guilty of corruption?
You know, first of all, this country we call Liberians have three types of people in the world. We have white, black, and Liberian men. Our mentality is quite different with the other African. In the sense of fighting corruption. Don't look at the government and look can only fight for corruption. Corruption has to be fought by holistic.
Okay.
Everybody has to apply effort.
All right.
Example, the rest saga that occur within the Republic of Liberia. The importers are taking rest from China to Liberia here.
Yeah.
Salary of Guinea, all those places. Liberia is less than those other people. Government compare the importers. He said the rest will be $13. They said no, Mr. President, we want 15. Government look at it and say, okay, I will shoot the gas. That $2 I will pay. Each bag I will pay $2. From July 22nd, the other vessel was here. The rest was here in the cold. People are buying $13, bringing it out, selling $25. In the problem of Liberia, they arrested some in the court here.
You consider that as corruption as well?
I consider it to be corruption. But to the government, the government had to have efforts. As Madam Ellie Johnson said, the former president, she said to fight corruption in this country is hard, it's difficult. Because intermarriage, when you owe 1 or 2 persons, you will receive that of call. For the current government, it put certain things in mechanism together, what we can look at it to be a serious authority. Whistleblowers, protection, the government put that mechanism together.
Okay.
It didn't end on that. The former president that was working for the central bank government, former Seri, he was arrested, the handcuffing within the Republic of Liberia.
You mean Charles Seri?
Charles Seri in Monrovia here. Everybody saw that. Lot of call. And you and myself, when they announced your brother had been appointed as minister, one first thing you will say, my brother is our owner 18 times. Because the mentality that we have, Liberia is elephant meat. When you got in the government problem area, it's there for everybody. That's the mentality. When you happen to jump plan, for party sentiment, you cover up. For your own, you cover up. So for that thing, if we are not put together, it will be difficult for us to fight for corruption.
What should we do, in short?
The only thing that we can do, all citizens within the Republic of Liberia, we all should be guard for ourselves. We should not encourage any corrupt practice personnel to have dividend in the Republic of Liberia. That's the only way we will succeed. It should not be party sentiment. It should be holistic.
Okay, your name again?
Saria F. Yen.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Yen.
Thank you.
It was a pleasure. Let's talk to a few more comrades here. And, good evening. Welcome. Tell us the name. You live on the US base. Focus on Liberia Online Television Network. How are you today?
Well, I'm fine. Thank you. My name is Vanity Morgan.
All right. Let's hear you, Morgan.
Okay. Thank you for coming to our platform.
All right.
Okay. Firstly, before we go to what should be done for corruption in this country, first of all, I want to register in the mind of all Liberians.
All right.
That we need to change our mind and our attitude in our country and put Liberia first. What do I mean? If my mom had been graduated from corrupt practices, my brother, the next door neighbor, all of us trying to put Liberia first, I believe in my mind that we will surely put this country ahead.
Okay.
The far more matter of Liberians here is to put the country first. Let me register that first. Then I come to the issue of what should be done. If we do that and following it to the 4 years, meaning that if John Brown had been found corrupt in the system or anywhere, we should prosecute John Brown with all sympathy, or to say, oh, there is my interest, or what have you. So we should prosecute John Brown. For example, that the issue of recent of what the U.S. government sanctioned 3 officials of our government, meaning that the government should be able to take those issues very much serious, and then take the individual to court, and then ask the U.S. government to provide all of the evidence that will serve as a deterrent to Liberians who are in government or even in the private sector, that you will not be able to do those things that those guys have done.
Okay.
So I think in my mind, if we proceed this way, it meaning that we put in Liberia first, not individual.
Thank you. Your name again?
My name is Vanity Morgan.
Thank you, Mr. Morgan. Well, Liberians are speaking, and folks, you are still watching the US-based Focus on Liberia Online Television Network. Before me now is one of the officials of the Freeport Intellectual Forum. For the sake of our viewers, just tell us the name and your position here.
Thank you very much, yo. My name is Bishop Wallace.
All right.
I'm the treasurer for the forum.
All right. Welcome. How are you today?
Thank you very much.
Let's hear you.
Yeah, first of all, because of time, I will go straight to the question.
Yeah.
Liberian, we don't love our country, we don't love ourselves.
Is that what you think?
Yes. Because Liberian law, I find, for the implementation, that's where we have the problem.
All right.
So, if any Liberian official or government from Kyoto, I think they should be prosecuted and be jailed. But in doing so, we have to invite some international community, like bringing the war crime and economic crime court, where international community will be involved. Because it will just bring our own self here, we say putting law down for corrupt officials, it will not work. So that's one of the tip. I will not go through law because of the time.
Thank you. Thank you very kindly. Well, one or two more persons, then we can call it a day at this forum. Or if not, then we can wrap up very shortly. Well, I see another gentleman coming out to speak. Welcome, Dad. It's a pleasure. Good to have you on this network. How are you today? All right, Mr. Masakwe, please amplify your voice a little bit. Let's hear you. Just increase the volume a little bit.
Only problem here. Beer, what we do, the corruption will never finish. Because we're taking a beer, it's going to run your government as family.
All right.
If you run government as family, so corruption will not finish. If you come, you say I want to be president, sooner you get in the presidency, the far government are there. You're not going to intervene nothing. You're not going to say that because it's fair. You will not be go outside. That be the case. The corruption will never finish idea.
Okay.
If you come to sit down, you why you what play why you do? That is that by mistake is sure. The land is not going to go fine. So the person will know that the person work. But the person not work good, you can say I please you. You work good. So it means that the corruption will never finish. That's my view.
Okay.
So that's how to do that one.
Thank you. Or another person is coming up. Good evening, Dad. How are you? It's a pleasure. Good to have you on this network. What is your name, sir?
Nice meeting you. My name is Mr. Paul University.
Okay, go ahead. Let's hear you.
Thank you. Why you are trying to say corruption? Corruption is all over the world. Corruption is beginning from the house.
All right.
The people in the home, some people are cheating on their women, then are corruption. It's a corruption. You cheating on your friend, it's a corruption.
Okay.
Nothing else. What they talk about corruption, you know, in a society that we live in today, we are Liberian. Anyone that falls guilty, pertaining to the government money, the president should fire that identical person.
Okay.
When you do fire the person, the next person that will come, you will do the same.
All right.
When you come on here, the next person will come and say, I will do my own. So, I'm going to tell you the situation of the road that we're on now. All the officials of government, we need love one another for all to hold hand on each another to develop the country and to cut behind your friend, take a police behind your friend. That will not live Liberia up.
Okay.
The fact is, understanding to promote one another will be fine.
Okay.
During whatever administration, yes, indeed. The president of whatever you're talking about, all the people that were working with the president, the minister, all that, when there is no money, they're going to win Yase or Yase. They will put in money and pay the worker. After the money comes, the president will give the people 5% of the interest of their money. And how people were building all the country. Or everybody want to check behind your friend, and at the same time, you don't want to tell the truth. So still in our mind that everything is corruption.
Okay.
So corruption started from whom?
So how can we fix it now?
The first aid of the corruption is whenever someone has done it, let them fire that person.
Okay.
Let them fire that person.
Okay.
And to all ministers, whosoever, let them fire that person. But in new person,
Okay.
then you'll be fear to do wrong.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
My name is Mr. Paul Emile.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, folks, we want to leave you at this point. Let me just squeeze in this gentleman who has been patiently waiting. Never mind, folks, just still on a little bit. Let me squeeze in this gentleman who has been patiently waiting. Let's hear you. Welcome. How are you? Tell us the name.
My name is Nathaniel Sally.
All right.
Yeah, fighting corruption for me, what I see is government need to put system in place to pay civil service with good money.
All right.
When you pay civil service with good money, for me, I believe that corruption will be minimized.
Okay.
Yeah, because if government employee takes a low salary at the end of the day, if you are appointed in your position, you will start thinking of how to take, start taking money all over.
Okay, so you want our nurses, doctors, teachers
Everybody they should
to get good salaries.
To get good salaries.
You think it's going to alleviate corruption?
Yeah, for in my mind, it will limit a little bit because if I'm taking 300 example, a month, if I can take 300 a month, other person take 300 in that sector there. For me, it will limit the corruption and taking example 100 or 80, 150, the money will be low.
Okay. Thank you. Your name again?
My name is Nathaniel Sally.
All right, Sally, it was a pleasure. Well, folks, it's been a wonderful time interacting with the comrades here at the Freeport Intellectual Forum. Thanks to all of you guys for your participation. Thank you very kindly. Thanks to the leadership here at this forum for affording us the opportunity to conduct this interview at the moment. And so again, folks, the views you heard were all views of Liberians on this particular subject, and not our view as an institution, not my view as well. And so we'll do again some other day. Until you hear me, it's going to be when you hear me from another venue. And so on behalf of the team, I'd like to say special thanks to our hardworking CEO, Mr. Dennis John, who is in Atlanta, Georgia, the U.S. Thanks to Head of Operations, Anthony C.A., the man who's always making sure we are fully equipped in terms of all of those sophistication, just to bring you accurate, balanced, and credible news and information about Liberia, Africa, and elsewhere. And thanks to all members of the team. On behalf of the team, my name is Theo Williams. Thanking you ever so much. Goodbye from the Freeport Intellectual Forum, just along the Japanese Freeway. Have a great day.